Namaste, namaste. Welcome, welcome. Good evening. Here we are on Wednesday evening, preparing to start our practice of yoga and maybe meditation. Today is that day where we have a combo where we started with yoga and then at 7 o'clock we have meditation. Remember that you always are welcome to do the whole practice, which is a very, very unique experience. If you have not followed throughout this whole journey with me, I invite you to experience one time. It's a very, very, very special practice. But of course, if you don't have too much time and you are just doing yoga, you're most welcome to join me just for yoga. And maybe you just today you want to do just meditation, and then you're gonna enter only 7 o'clock. Then it's perfectly fine. Do whatever resonates with you. That's the most important. I always like to remind my students that never take anything that I say as truth. Experience yourself, observe if resonates with you. Like everything in life, don't take nothing as truth. Experience and observe, okay, that this resonates with me, this vibrates in coherence with what my heart is saying. That's the most important. And here in our practice is exactly the same. Observe what resonates with you. Remember that you need to experience things to know what resonates with you first. Then give you the chance to practice and then see if that is for you or not. Today we start our video without no much dramas. I am still a little bit traumatized with the experience of last Monday I don't know if you know that, but last Monday our live class normally is in in Facebook, and I could not do the class, and it was so disappointing. I was very, very upset and very disappointed that I simply could not make it happen. Suddenly, Facebook was asking for a new browser, which was like, took me an hour to fix the issue, but I done it, which I was excited with that too. But I was disappointed. And then that experience reminds me to never take anything for granted. Cherish always is this cherishing and valuing the moment, the right now. We never know. The only certainty that we hold is the present moment. To live fully, to create a space with kindness, with compassion, with joy, then don't forget to bring that to your life. So important. And at one moment, we perceive that to bring joy and happiness and health and connection is actually our responsibility. Then yoga help you to understand these connections and to understand your unlimited possibility of creation in your life. We still have a few minutes. Today I am, I don't know if you were there. I would like just to say thank you. I want to express my gratitude in words to Anne. I don't know if you're there, Anne. I have not answered your email yet because I actually could not find the right words to express my gratitude. I want to tell you that you are a source of inspiration for me, and you bring a lot of happiness and joy to my path. And I wanted to tell you that. And if you're not there tonight, I will write you to tell you that I feel that you're a hero and a very brave and courageous woman. And I want you to know that you are changing, you are inspiring my own journey. Then gratitude for being part of my path. I want you to know that I'm very grateful to have you in my life. And I think we can start maybe to observe our space now. Observe if we have everything. If you are staying for yoga, remember to have your if you use a cushion or any instrument to help you in your meditation posture, remind to have everything around you. Always easier for your practice if you have the everything that you need around you. You don't need to go to another room or to move too much. Is a very grounding way to not to get distracted in this transition if you're doing yoga and then after you're doing meditation. Then make sure exactly to keep this vibration, to keep this awareness that we are creating throughout the practice. Make sure that you have everything that you need next to you. Remember to maybe have your blanket. I don't know how is the temperature in your house. Make sure to have everything that you need close by to you for you not to get distracted in looking forward around when is the time for the practice started. And you're going to start our practice today finding that position of comfort. Any position that resonate comfort for you. Remember that this first moment in the practice, today is evening, is an evening class, which means you are ending your day. There was so much stimulus into the mind. There was so many things that you need to digest emotionally, intellectually. Then at this moment, the mind is coming from this zone of so much stimulus. Independent of how was your day, there was so much stimulus because just movement by itself, just the body functions, all requires energy, all requires energy in the brain also. Then in the evening, we need to have more careful, to be more careful to enter in our practice. Then now find a position of comfort. Any position can be a laying down position, a sitting position, sitting on your favorite chair. Now we are not worried about alignment. We want to rest, to find comfort, to connect again with our physical body that maybe was neglected throughout the whole day. Maybe we didn't pay attention to the position that we were sitting, if we were really resting. Maybe we didn't pay attention in what we ate and the speed that we ate. And now we are opening this space to recover a more healthier relationship with the body. Then let's give to the body comfort. And before we started in this position of comfort, let's bring our hands in direction to our heart. And let's take a deep breath together. focus our breathing in this area of the chest. Deep breath without rushing, with comfort. And I invite you to observe what are the feelings within this space of the heart. What is there? And if there is a feeling of constriction, a feeling that is blocking your energy, that are constricting your breath, remind yourself of a moment where you feel deep love. Maybe a moment when you hug your child. Maybe a moment when your mother hugged you. Let this feeling of love start to fill the space of the heart. Every breath, you allow this feeling overflow the space of the heart. Filling every single space within you and expanding beyond you. Kapita Balasaraba Namami Namami Vikleshvara Namami Vignesh Namami Vignesh and breathing within the heart. We recognize this space being filled with love and kindness. Very gently, respecting this love and kindness within your own body. Let's come to the pranayama position. Now for your pranayama, you're going to need to lay down on the floor. You're going to need to make sure that you are in alignment. You're going to lay down with the back in direction to your mat, with your knees bended and your feet placed on the floor. And in this position that you are into, laying down on the floor, on the mat, with your knees bended, let's start just moving the pelvis forward and backward. Just for you to understand and adjust the position of the pelvis in the neutral position where you're going to be simply respecting the natural curves of the spine. And observe when you move your pelvis forward, the spine the muscles of the back, they are flat on the floor. And when you move it backward, you create this big arch between the back and the floor. What you're looking forward is this place where there is a small little space between the lower back and the mat. That is where you're looking. That is the alignment. That is the position. Then you're going to end your movement fixing the chin. Chin is slightly in direction to the chest, alleviating here this area of the neck. Your elbows are resting on the floor and your hands are coming to the lower abdominals, just below your navel. But make sure that your elbows are on the floor, that you can rest your shoulders and open this area of the chest. Before we start our pranayama, let's take a deep breath again in the area of the chest. And you're going to use this first breathing to release the tension here in this area. The area of the chest is a very delicate area of the body. The body is always protecting this area because here are our vital organs. If something happened to them, there is a life threat. Then there is the emotional component that is also reflected here in the area of the chest. Then let's alleviate all these constrictions, all this compression. Taking just a deep breath, and in your exhalation, you feel this area of the chest simply releasing. Let's do that one more time. A deep inhalation, and in the exhalation, you allow these muscles of the chest to release. And now let's start our practice of pranayama. Let's start our breathing exercise. In our classes in the evenings, Monday and Wednesday, we are always practicing abdominal breathing. Abdominal breathing is a breathing that has so many beautiful physical, energetical, psychological benefits. It helps the immunological system, the respiratory system, circulatory system, cardiovascular. It helps to alleviate tension, to calm the mind, to create focus, helps absorption of oxygen and elimination of toxins, and so on, so on, so on. Then such amazing practice. Do this practice before sleep. You're going to help you to fall asleep. Then do this practice. Bring this practice to your daily life. Do more this breathing. Don't do only here in our yoga. If maybe you'd hear just on a Wednesday or on a Monday, don't do only these days. Do more, implement more. As much more you practice abdominal breathing, what you observe is that suddenly you are breathing abdominal breathing without consciousness. And that's where we want to arrive. We want to arrive to this optimal breathing without we needing actually to apply consciousness for that to happen. And then here is our practice, and we're going to practice this breathing. Inhalation, and you expand the abdominals like a balloon. And in the exhalation, simply release. Inhalation, the abdominals inflate like a balloon. You're forcing. That is an energy that you put there for that to happen. And in the exhalation, release. The muscles are bringing the air. It's not the air that is moving the muscles. You're going to bring all your focus to this inhalation with action, with energy, and to the exhalation where you simply allow the air to leave the body. There is no compression, there is no tension in the exhalation. Then is a very balanced breathing where you use your energy just in the inhalation. Let's do this just for a few moments. Inhalation and exhalation, practicing this, putting the energy in the when the air is coming in and releasing when the air is coming out. All your attention is there, in and out, in your own pace, in your own rhythm, in and out, in your own zone of comfort. Now let's bring attention to the pauses. The pauses, they are there. You always have a pause after inhalation, and you always have a pause after exhalation. What you are doing now, you are trying to expand a little bit more these pauses, but also in your area of comfort. Keeping this length that you reach for inhalation and exhalation, and now you just increase a little bit more length in your pauses. Always remind that you are looking for a circle. A visual of a circle is what you're looking for. Nothing that is gonna constrict the next movement. Because if you pause too much, maybe you're gonna gasp for air. Then observe, you're looking for a smooth, constant circle where these four elements, they hold the time that you need, and they respect, they are in synchronicity with each other, in harmony, working in perfect connection. Now, at the same time that you hold this focus, you hold this awareness, that you hold this circle of breathing, observe your body. Observe if the body is keeping alignment, the alignment of the spine that we study, alignment of the pelvis, the area of the neck, the chest, the shoulders. And observe if the body is holding relaxation. We arrive to the pranayama already with that component of relaxation in the body to alleviate all that tension that we talk about it, that the body hold throughout the day. We were not aware of the body, and emotions, experience, everything is imprinted into the body. And here we are alleviating, digesting, processing all this energy. And you are breathing, you are paying attention in that circle at the same time that you're paying attention in your body, in your position, in your alignment, in your relaxation. Now, we're going to complete our pranayama. We're going to finish our pranayama. And that is going to happen in your next inhalation. Then you're going to have all the time that you need to complete this last circle. This last circle finish after the pause, after your exhalation. But here is the secret. You need to respect this last circle. Not rushing, not constricting, not changing that balance and synchronicity that you were studying into the movement. And once you finish your circle, once you arrive to the end of the circle, you will allow your body to start to breathe naturally. Then there is no more controlling throughout the breathing. You're simply breathing. There is no interference. You're simply breathing. The air is going to come in and out as it does throughout the whole day. You don't need consciousness to breathe. The body breathes. And then you're going to just pay attention, because now we're going to start to work with this refined state of mind called in yoga Vijnana Maya Kosha. This is a state of mind where you're not interfering. You're observing a point, but you're not interacting. And this is exactly what you're doing with your breathing. You're looking to the breathing without interfering into the breathing, without constricting, without expanding, without to worry about which muscles muscles are working. You are simply observing the air that keeps coming in and keeps coming out. Now, with this state in mind, this state of awareness, this state of presence, that you start delicate to open up to it, to connect. We're gonna move from your laying down position. I'm believing that you are in your position of pranayama, which is laying down on the floor. Then you're gonna move from your laying down position to a standing position. But here again, don't move fast. You don't need to move fast. Actually, I will invite you to pay attention to the movement, to not allow the movement to become automatic. Because again, it's like breathing. You don't need to think, "Ah, okay, I need to put my hand here, I need to bend my knee." You don't need to think. You know how to go. You know how to go from the sitting position or laying down position to the standing position. But now I invite you to see what's happening, to observe what's happening. Okay, I put my hand on the floor and then my knees. Observe. Observe how is this journey. Stay in the journey. The state of awareness is every moment. And these transitions should be holding also the state of awareness. And once you are in a standing position, let's start it simply moving our feet to the front and then to the back. What we're doing, we are stepping to the front and then we are stepping to the back. We're simply doing that, stepping forward and then stepping backwards. And then I ask you, remember that I invite you to not become, transform your movement automatically. I want you to apply this principle exactly in this movement, which means observe, bring your awareness, not simply do the movement, but observe how the body is doing this movement. Observe the pace of this movement. Observe if there is a moment of balance. Observe if the weight is different, distributed between the feet. Be curious. Bring this element of curiosity. And I invite you to slow down your movement a little bit. To pay more attention. How that happen? Which area of the body goes away from the floor first? And now we're going to put in this gentle movement, we're going to put a breathing for you to slow a little bit more. Inhalation, the heel come out of the floor. Exhalation, you step and the heel come back to the floor. Inhalation, heel out. Exhalation, heel back. Inhalation, exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation. When you put the breathing, your movement become slower and become more in the detail. Because suddenly I'm not simply stepping, I need to put my feet and then bring the other one out and then in. Now we're going to include a balance motion in this movement. Inhalation, bend your knee to the front. Exhalation, back. Inhalation, bend. Exhalation, feet in direction to the floor. Inhalation, bend to the front. Exhalation, feet on the floor. Inhalation, bend. Exhalation, feet on the floor. Inhalation, look forward. Exhalation, step back. Inhalation, bend your knee. Exhalation, step to the front. You're gonna look in direction to the horizon. That gives you more stability to perform balance. The air is coming in and out through your nose. And now we're going to stop, and you're going to perceive that you have one foot in front of you and one foot behind you. And you're going to swap both foot. Because what happens is you are working now, you're not stepping. You're working always in the same position with the legs. And you're going to just swap the foot that was in front and in the back. And then you're going to start doing again the same movement. Inhalation, bending to the front. Exhalation, step into the back. Inhalation, bending. Exhalation, stepping. Inhalation, bend. Exhalation, step to the back. Inhalation, bend. Exhalation, step to the front. Now we're going to put the arms in the movement. Inhalation, arms up. Exhalation, arms down. Inhalation, arm up. Exhalation, arms down. Inhalation, arms up. And exhalation, arms down. Gonna synchronize the movement of the leg with the arms and with our breathing. Always looking forward. Let's include in this movement Ujjayi Bandha, which is the contraction of the abdominals. And then observing if this contraction gives more stability for your movement. Observe. And in the next exhalation, you're going to practice stillness in a balanced position. For that to happen, you're going to have one foot in the front of the other. They are in the same line. You're looking forward and you are doing Hakini Mudra. Tip of the fingers touching in the front of the chest. This mudra creates the energy of integration. Release your shoulders, looking in direction to the horizon, distributing your weight between the front and the back foot, abdominals gently in contraction, and the breathing happening naturally and constant. Release your shoulders, open your chest. Now we're gonna open your arms, expanding the chest, inhalation, and exhalation, bending your knees gently and releasing your body in direction to the floor, extending your legs. If you don't reach the floor here, that's perfectly fine. You can bring your hands in direction to your leg if you need it. Just release your head, really allowing this stretch to happen in the area of the legs and in the area of the spine. Make sure that your weight is distributed between both foot that is in front and the foot that is in the back. Bending your knees. You're gonna bring the foot that is in front in a parallel position with the other foot. And here you're gonna just release the body in the inversion. We're gonna continue a little bit longer in the inversion. Remember that if the position is uncomfortable for you, you can always rest in a neutral position. If you're comfortable with staying here a little bit longer, moving the head gently to one side and then the other, alleviating a little bit deeper this area of the neck. The knees are bended here. You are releasing the neck, ending the motion, and very gently you are coming back in a circular position, a circular movement, taking all the time that you need till the standing position. Once you are in this position, the shoulders are rotating in direction to the back, the arms are floating up and then down. Shoulders rotating in direction to the back, arms floating up and down. Now I'm hoping that you remember which foot you work in the front position in the previous balance posture. We're gonna then change, bringing the other foot now in direction to the front. Both feet, they are in line, one in the front of the other, which create sense of challenge of base. We come to Hakini Mudra. Remember that if this position is too strong for you, you can always release your arms along the body, looking in direction to the horizon, creating this energy that inspires integration. Maybe the integration is within your own system, your own body, and the many layers that you hold. May the integration is between you and your family, you and your community, every single person on the planet in integration, in this harmonical cooperation. Release your shoulders, open your chest, distributing your weight between your both feet. Abdominals in contraction. Observe if that creates more stability for your position. The breathing happening with gentleness, with continuity. And you're gonna open your arms, expanding your chest, inhalation, all the way in direction to the back, and exhalation, bending your knees and releasing your trunk. Legs now in extension, releasing the head in direction to your knee, dropping your shoulders, stay in the position, making sure that you're distributing your weight between the foot in front of you and the foot that's in the back. And gently bending your knees, bringing your feet to a parallel position, then slightly apart, distance of your hip now. And you're gonna extend your legs and then continue here in the inversion, but now with your legs in extension, bringing your weight also in direction to the front of your feet. Bend your knees very gently. We are now in a transition. You're gonna go to Matsyendrasana, the cat position, 4 supports on the floor. And here let's first find our alignment. The hands in the distance of your shoulder, nice and open. The knees, distance of your hip, feet on the floor, and you're going to start it curving the spine direction to the ceiling, bringing the pelvis in and the chin in direction to the chest, and curving the spine in direction to the floor, looking up, pelvis up. The whole spine here is in movement. Head in direction to the chest, pelvis in, and then opposite, looking up, pelvis up. Inhalation, you're gonna curve the spine in direction to the ceiling. And exhalation, you're gonna curve the spine in direction to the floor. The whole spine here is in movement. I'm gonna enter in this synchronicity of movement and breathing. In your next exhalation, you're gonna hold now in this position, curving the spine in direction to the floor. Make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears. You're looking forward. The pelvis is up. And you have this sensation of opening the heart, bringing the shoulder blades close to each other. Your elbows are soft, not putting pressure in the area of the elbows. Take a deep inhalation here. And in the exhalation, the opposite movement. Chin in direction to the chest, pelvis in direction to the center. And here we hold. Bringing this arch into the area of the spine. Pelvis tuck in. And release into the center. Now you're going to bring the pelvis to the side and look to your pelvis. Then to the other side. Pelvis to the side, look to your pelvis. One side and then the other. Look to your pelvis and change. The elbows are soft. Inhalation to one side. Exhalation to the other. And bring the movement into the center. We are making with awareness our transition to the sitting position. In the sitting position, we are coming to Dandasana with our legs in extension, just in front of the body. The feet is flexed in direction to your knees. Legs are parallel. Abdominals here in contraction. And you're going to go to the side position and hold. Palm in direction to the floor. If you have the flexibility, you may bring your elbow in direction to the floor. Observe what suits your body. Without bringing the pelvis away from the floor, the pelvis is still on the floor, and you're having that nice flexibility on the side of the body. Looking forward, hold your head, not drop the head continuation of the spine. And now you're going to come back. First the arm, and then the trunk into alignment. Release your shoulders. Inhalation, stretch in direction to the ceiling. Bend your knees slightly in direction to the side, touching your heels, and simply release the body into the front. Hands on the floor, gentle movement up, circular motion. Stretch your legs, feet active. One leg is bending in direction to the side, bringing your foot as close as possible in direction to your pelvis, and you rotate the trunk in direction to this leg that is bended. One hand is on the floor, helping for you to keep that center of the spine, and the other hand is helping the spine to rotate. The foot in front of you is active, and you turn your head direction to the side, engaging the whole spine in the twist. Inhalation and exhalation to the center. Hand on the back of your pelvis, stretching both legs, maybe a little bit of a shake, releasing the legs for a moment. Then back to action. Legs parallel, feet active. We're coming to now to work with the other side. You can use only your hand on the floor and then come as far as possible without taking the pelvis from the floor. And if you are ready and the body accept the position, maybe the elbow come to the floor. Observe what works for you. Feet active, both ischios on the floor. Hand in direction to the floor. Observing the position of your head. And release your arm in front of your body. Gently back to the center. Legs in extension. Inhalation, stretching direction to the ceiling. Abdominals in contraction. Gently all the way in direction to your legs. Release. Hand on the floor, circular motion up. Bending your knee in direction to the side. Rotating direction to this knee and holding. The hand behind you, keeping the alignment of the spine. And this hand here on your thigh, helping the body to rotate. Looking direction to the back. Deep inhalation and exhalation. back to the center. Stretching your legs, releasing a little bit. Staying a moment just here in the sitting position. The legs active, feet in direction to your knees. And if you feel strong, you take your hands from the floor and you do Hakini Mudra, integration. Every part is fundamental. Top of the head in direction to the ceiling, abdominals slightly in contraction. Yoga. And with awareness, with gentleness, we're going to start to move in direction to Shavasana, the relaxation posture. In the relaxation posture, remember to have your socks, your jumpers. You're going to lay down on the floor, and you want this experience to be comfortable, to be an enjoyable experience. Then you don't want to feel cold. And gently we start to lay down on the floor with your back in direction to the mat, with your legs in extension, with your arms along the body, with the palms in direction to the ceiling. The chin slightly in direction to the chest. Surrendering the body to the position. Surrendering the mind to the present moment. And we start gently releasing deeply every part of the body that I'm calling. Feet, legs, pelvis, the muscles of the back, muscles of the front of the body, belly, chest, the shoulders, the arms and the hands, the muscles of the neck, the head and the face. No constriction, no tension, no obstacles. Feather, cloud, sunshine, butterfly, Soham. Om Tare Tare Ture Soham. Om 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 Tare Ture Balance, harmony, connection, cooperation. May your heart is filled with love and kindness and gentleness. And the consciousness come from the sound to the physical body, laying down in Shavasana in the relaxation posture, and gently, without rushing, respecting this inner rhythm, this inner pace, we start to bring the movement. The head to one side and then the other. The fingers and the toes gently moving. Maybe stretching. Maybe twisting. Recognizing within the body which movement will bring more harmony, more balance. And we are concluding our yoga practice for tonight. And if you are finishing your Shavasana, take all the time that you needed. We are starting now our meditation practice. If you are going, take yoga within your heart. May your heart is always filled with love and kindness and joy. For you that you are just arriving, take your time. Take your time to start to find your yoga position. Start to find your meditation position. Remember that meditation requires consciousness, awakening. And because of that, we meditate in a sitting position. You can use the chair if the sitting on the floor is too uncomfortable for you. Remember to be kind and to be gentle with your own body. And here we start to study this position. Observe if you are comfortable. Observe if there is relaxation in this position that you chose. Observe if you are warm enough. Observe if you have blankets with you. Maybe your temperature will fall because you're going to be without movement. But remember, even that our practice call for stillness, you can always move. Just remember to bring the component of awareness to your movement. And I imagine that you are in your meditation posture, you are ready, you are in alignment, you are rest and relaxed within this alignment. And I invite you to bring your hands in direction to your heart and take a deep breath. A longer breath. But a breath that does not create constriction or resistance. Continue breathing in the area of your heart and observe if your shoulders are released of any tension. Observe the area of your jaw. If your teeth, they are not touching. They should be not touching. The energy in your jaw should be only enough for your lips to come together. Then let's release our arms in any position that resonates with you. If you're used to use a mudra for meditation, you're most welcome to use that in your practice. Or you can simply rest your hands with your palms up or down. Observe what resonates with you. And we close our eyes and we start our journey within, healing, balancing, and bring harmony to each one of our centers of energy, each one of our main chakras. We first bring our attention to the beginning of the spine, and we see this light, this red light, bringing harmony, energy, connection. And together we chant Muladhara's Bija mantra, Lam. 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 And our attention come to the area just below the navel, Swadhisthana chakra. We visualize the orange light in this area, bringing healing, harmony to this center and to all the elements that it holds. We chant together the Bija mantra VAM. 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 And our attention comes to the area just above the navel, Manipura. We visualize the yellow light in this area, bringing harmony, bringing balance, healing, the center of force. And we chant the Bija mantra Ram. 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 And our attention comes to the area of the center of the chest, the Anahata chakra, the heart center. And we see a light of green or pink color pulsing in this area, bringing balance, healing, harmony. And we chant it as Bija mantra Yam. 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 And our attention comes to the area of the throat, Vishuddha, the purifier. Visualizing in this area the blue light, bringing harmony, balancing, and healing the center. Together we chant it as Bija mantra Hum. and our attention come to the area between the eyebrows, the house of Vishuddha, vision, perception, clarity. Visualize in this area the light indigo, healing, harmonizing, bringing balance to the center. And we chant it, this Bija mantra, Om. Om. Now our attention comes to the top of the head, Sahasrara. Visualizing in this area the white light, bringing harmony, healing, and balance to the center. May we are all in cooperation. May we are all in integration. May we are all in synchronicity with each other. Now we will repeat every Bija mantra with the intention to bring healing, balance, harmony to every one of these centers. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Lam, Vam, Ram, Ham, Om. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Lam, Vam, Yam, Ham, Om. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, attention come to the top of the head. White light, connection, union, integration. And we contemplate for a moment silence. Open your eyes, observe your mind, observe the vibration of each one of these centers. Observe that the space that you create of harmony and balance. Then bring your attention to your physical body. Observe if your body is reflecting all this vibration. Very gently, you can bring the movement. Listen which movement the body is asking. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Gratitude. Gratitude for being here with me in this journey, for sharing with me this beautiful practice. I hope that you have your heart full of joy, full of love and kindness. And I hope that this energy fills you and expand around you to your whole family, to your whole community, to your whole country, to your whole planet. Gratitude have been for me a beautiful journey. I hope maybe I see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are back here in YouTube. Our practice is at 9 a.m. It is always amazing to have you. Namaste. Mwah. I love you.